Corrupt school boards have long denied their crooked plan to poison our kids with dangerous and divisive critical race theory. And angry parents have rightfully been calling them out for their schemes. But the school boards don't care. They're going to keep doing it right in our faces. It's happening all across the country. Take a look at what's going on in one Pennsylvania school district, where parents found out that a fifth-grade teacher was forcing her white students to line up against a wall and then apologize to the black students. Those parents were obviously upset. Listen.
The fifth-grade teacher who lined those students up, from whitest to darkest, made them turn around, and the white ones needed to apologize to the black ones. You were segregating them and you were separating them.
Step forward if their skin color resembled one of a Band-Aid. The activity I'm talking about is known as a privilege walk. It happened in the courtyard at A.M. Culp Elementary, not once, but 4 times.
So who's really driving all of this divisive curricula? Well, all across the country this week, schools are taking part in Black Lives Matter's National Week of Action. And they're teaching kids a curriculum straight out of their playbook. Students as young as kindergarten are being taught anti-cop rhetoric and how to disrupt the Western nuclear family. And while this is all happening, the heat's turning up on BLM. We've told you about how the organization can't account for $60 million, as its leaders buy multi-million-dollar properties and pay out their friends and family. Prime Time's been asking questions about it all week, and now the state of California is too. Prosecutors are giving BLM 2 months to turn over its financial records and explain where the missing $60 million went, or face losing their charity status. Here now to react, Horace Cooper, Project 21 co-chair. All right, so Horace, first let's start with this. White students line up against the wall and apologize to black students? What kind of damage do you think that's doing?
This is straight up bigotry. This is the kind of behavior that was happening in many parts of the South during Jim Crow. Not Jim Crow 2.0, Jim Crow. Bigotry and racism have to be taught. They're not natural. They're not innate. When you look at human beings, what you see are other human beings. And the whole vision of Martin Luther King was that we as Americans ought to live in a world where we're judged by the content of our character, not by the color of our skin. If your school teacher lines up certain students and says they're the bad students, and then line up other students or let them sit and say they're the good students, this is really no difference from the separation, the segregation, the discrimination that happened at the beginning of the 20th century. There shouldn't be any school teacher participating in any event that attempts to malign students along racial lines.
Yeah, I mean, I was lined up against the wall and told I was a bad student in school, but that's just because I was bad, not because I was white. But Horace, tell me about this BLM thing, because I believe we've made progress here. Now state regulators in California want to see the documents. Where's the money at, they're saying? Gutfeld made a joke on the 5. He said, California doesn't care about anything unless you're not paying your taxes. Then California is going to care. And it looks like they're going to have to show something. I don't see how they can show anything.
Well, I'm not from Missouri, the show me state, but I'm actually waiting to see. Here's the thing that I did observe. How on earth could America, that's our media, that's our academic area, that's our social media, our corporate titans, contribute $60 million and not say, where's it going? How's it being used? No accountability whatsoever. The United Way, which helps people in disasters and emergency situations. The Red Cross, they get asked questions. They get queried. There's accountability.
That's right.
Shame on all of the mainstream media except for Fox in your program for not asking simple questions about BLM and their use of these resources.
Well, thank you very much. I have a lot to be ashamed of, but just not about that. All right, Horace.
Well, congrats on the show.
Thank you so much.